All right, everyone, welcome back to Men's Table Talk.
Welcome.
always want to say men's. When it's men's table talk. Men is already plural.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know, for some reason it's like men's. Welcome back to Men Table Talk. I am your host, Mike, and
I am George, Big G.
Guys, this is actually part 2 of our last video, What's Beyond the Covers. We recorded for almost like an hour and a half last time, and we got so caught up in the conversation, we did not time it. So the content is lost. But you know, God knows what He's wanted to do. Everything happens for a reason.
I believe that.
Yeah. So we're just thankful. So what's beyond the covers? So do you remember what? Okay. So what we were talking about is basically George had a friend and he was given an example, which if you guys go back to part 1, he was given an example of when his mom asked which friend you're going over, and it was this friend. It was just like, oh, you can go. But when it's the other friend, mom said, no, don't go over there. No, don't go and it's just how it's been ingrained in us since we were a child from our parents to basically judge people based on their outward appearance.
Exactly.
Or even, if you're from the islands, your parents would ask, well, who are their folks? And I think some people within the United States are the same way. Who are their folks? Because now you're judged based on your parents. If your parents were viewed as a certain way, that child is viewed as that same way.
Yeah.
But what we're basically trying to talk to you, our viewers, about is, it's more than just looking at the cover. You have to go beyond in order to get a deeper connection with people. You got anything on that?
So the deeper, I think a lot of people don't want to go deeper. They want to stay in their safe zone. This is my perspective, my opinion. Sometimes some people are afraid to go outside of what they grew up with. You know what I mean?
I believe that.
So like, for example, I grew up in a household, like I told you, they stereotype African Americans a certain way of how the environment was.
Right.
Which is drug dealing, crack, baby mothers, having a whole bunch of kids, be on child support. That was their view of what African American looked like. So to them, that was bad.
So it's a negative view.
To them, that was bad, but they didn't go out and understand the culture of why and who. Now, as they grew older, I think I broke the mold because I started bringing Jamaican. I didn't care who, African American friends. They were coming over my house, and if you didn't like them or not, that's on you, mommy and daddy. So that's on you. But they used to, as I went to high school, they appreciate all my friends because they knew. Even though they had the long hair, that's another story.
Oh, the dreads.
Oh man, dreads or even the long plaits, twists.
Yeah.
And they had the earrings. I couldn't wear earrings. I used to sneak to wear earrings. It's funny. I just remember this. I used to sneak and wear earrings. When you grow up in the Haitian church household.
Yeah. No earrings, man.
But the I'm just happy I didn't stay in that area of what they was thinking. I had a different view.
So basically,
of what I seen.
You took off the blinders earlier.
Way earlier.
Yeah. Because of that made you a better person in order to connect with other folks.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's the thing is, viewers, if you do not take the blinders off, I get to the point where I feel bad of people who keeps the blinders on because your world becomes so small. So small. Because the thing is you're stuck in those point of view. But when you open yourself up to meeting other people and traveling and trying different foods and different fruits and all these things, You know what I mean?
Man.
And especially if you're a person of faith, like this is something that you have to do. You have to open yourself up to connecting with people on different areas, different aspects. You know, you still have to guard yourself, but you still, you know, you still have to. You should do that.
So us men, we need each other, and that's why we have this man table talk. I want unity. I don't care if you yellow, black, orange, avatar. I don't care if you a man, if you a dude,
Smurf,
and you're a man that just want to come and unite and just want to talk and understand different views and understanding and have. It's okay to have disagreements, but respectful. You know, respect the disagreements.
Yeah,
that is never. I know us, man. We more pride and ego driven sometimes on what we believe.
Right.
But to really tone that down, to listen to the next man's opinion and perspective. And then when we listen to each other's perspectives, that when you learn new things. And that's what I learned over the years, that I had to listen more of why people believe this or why y'all thought this, but y'all never seen the whole bigger picture because you was in a certain environment. Vice versa for me too. I didn't see the whole bigger picture because I didn't see that type of world around me.
So. No, it's true, man. And the thing that I start to notice is like, just like how we, based on our parents, have stereotypical views of other people, is the same that they have of us as well.
Yeah.
So if we don't give people the, the fair choice of showing who they really are, then how can we expect them to give us that same views?
There you go.
You know?
There you go.
And the thing with us too is like, as human beings, because of time and because of our capability of learning, we will always change, right? And some of the things that we grew up with, that we might not see that is a problem or something that we need to change until somebody bring it to our attention, and it's just like, maybe I could change that.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
But that's the only way to grow, guys. You know, is we have to look beyond the covers. We have to, get into the pages, talk to people. And as George saying, that basically is that's how we form and we get these different connections.
And sometimes our history is our best teacher, right? So, but we shouldn't stay in the history. If you get what I'm saying. Let's go. We're going to go here. Like slavery, number one. I'm going to go here. It's our best teacher. I love history. I study, I think I study more history about my Haitian culture more than ever. Well, the black culture too as a whole, but the Haitian culture as a whole, it made me even more proud to be a part of a culture that actually fought for our independence and being the first black to really fight. But it wasn't only us. We had Jamaican that came and helped, in those areas that we needed help. It was other people that came to help, and vice versa. We went out to other countries like Colombia, Brazil, Louisiana, like all these different places to help out as people to gain independence or help in those revolution, war and everything
to gain your independence.
But it gave me a great perspective of who I am. But I didn't stay stuck in those things. It's very traumatic. Now that's one thing I would not take away. But we can't get too bitter that we can't surpass ourselves as people to understand the unification they had back then is the same unification we need to have now in order for us to progress. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's why I really respect what Bob Marley said when he said that you have to emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
There you go.
Because there's some people who, yes, there's a history and there's a pain and there's a trauma that's associated with that. And going back to what we discussed earlier in our promotional video is that's why we support therapy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But the thing is, once you're free, and we've been free for a while now, right? if your mindset is still stuck into slavery, you will always be slave,
But
right?
some people well, some of the guys I already know. I feel them.
Yeah.
We're not really free.
Well,
You got those. You got those. I would love to have them to come in and have these type of discussion because we are not really free.
but as your wife would say, and I would ask, is why?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You say we're not free. Well, what is holding us back?
You know what the majority of them would say?
What?
The system was set up for us to fail from the beginning. Which I get it. I get everything.
But the thing is, if the system is broken, why not create a new system? And that is my argument with these things. Is because the thing is, nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes me anything, right? The thing is, I'm trying to remember who it was that was saying. I think they were talking about the black culture, saying the black culture we play checkers while the rest of the world is playing chess. The thing is, you have to know the pieces that you have and what they're capable of, and then move them accordingly on the board of life and play it. And I think they said that I might get this wrong, but it's just like Chinese or Japanese people, they play, I think it's Gojo or something like that. It's another strategic game.
I heard it because that was in the Art of War.
Yeah.
I know. I read the books, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I know what you mean.
I think it's Gojo, but I don't. I might get it wrong. Forgive me, guys.
I'm not gonna pronounce it because I might butcher it.
But the thing about it is, we have to realize, okay, the system is broken. How can we take this broken system and use it to fix our situation? And a lot of times I argue with these guys, and I'm like, well, why don't we create something? But then they say, well, they can't trust another brother to do business together with. So I'm like, so if the system is broken and we're trying to fix it by creating trust amongst our brothers, then how do you know?
But that's the mentality that we have to learn how to unlearn. Because those learned behaviors. Yeah. And they come from generation to generation.
And I'm telling you, there was I don't know if it was Grant Cardone or one of those guys saying they are willing to share everything that they know because they know that people are not going to take up the books and read it.
Man, a person told me that at the gym. He told me the same thing.
Yeah.
He said, George, I can give you my whole business outline, exactly everything, and you may run with it, you may not run with it. But majority of people, I tell them, he said maybe 0.5% maybe will run with it and do it. And that's the thing.
Like, okay, the system is broken, right?
That's the thing.
The richest man in Babylon. The system is broken. Power. We have access to all these. Nobody is stopping us. You want to learn Japanese? The system is broken, but we have options. This is what George just lent me. This is what brothers do. We share. Grant Cardone. The system is broken.
Create wealth. Real estate.
Atomic Habits. The system is broken, yes, but the thing is, we have resources, right? If you are at home, right? I forgot who it was that said this, and this is why I have a library in my living room. Yeah. Because somebody told me, they're like, listen, back in the day, men had a library in their house. Mm-hmm. Now, today, present, men have entertainment room, studios, they got their video game collection. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with having your video game and everything like that. But what are you doing to feed your mind? To take you out of the system, to break the mold of the past.
Especially,
what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You know what I mean? Yeah. There's one thing to complain, but then there's another thing to take action, right? And that's why I always say the change begins with me. Everybody wants, I want you to change things to make me happy. But the thing is, how about we work together and make a change? And if you're not going to do anything, I'm going to do something to change what's in my circle.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the same way. Trust me. I think the same way. And it's not about I know some of you guys gonna think it's like politics and stuff. We not in that. Mm-hmm. We ain't that. And I'll tell you me, I am nonpartisan. Meaning I don't believe in none of them. I just, yeah, that's a whole different topic for a whole nother story. But we have to shift our mind, mm-hmm. not only for our sake, if you want to have kids, generational, mm-hmm. we have to shift a different mindset in order to create whatever that wealth for you, for your legacy and your generational wealth that you want to create. Yeah, we have to shift that as men. Mm-hmm. Not only because I'm gonna go here too. I know some white brothers that they mindset is same way. Mm-hmm. Because I used to say I want to get white people money, right? Mm-hmm. I get what I'm trying to say, mm-hmm. but I had to shift what I was saying. Yeah, I just said I want to get wealthy people money, mm-hmm. because so you got some white people that's living as poor as most black people, and we don't see it because we grew up. If you grew up in a predominantly urban area, that's all you see, and that's all you seen on TV was white people look like they all the ones that had access and money and wish they might have access. Mm-hmm. And I talked to some brothers that said, listen, no, I'm in the same boat. My parents was not wealthy. My parents was not rich. None of that. And I'm still working a 9 to 5, and I'm still trying to create this next thing for myself. So I'm in the bottom of the barrel. You know what I mean? And they see their world different, mm-hmm. versus we see our world differently too. So, and
I'll tell you, while you're talking about that, and you're talking about getting white people's money, and basically taking ourselves out of the equation. Mm-hmm. Like I was thinking about what you're saying, and when you say, "Well, I want to get wealthy people's money," yeah, and then I was like thinking about, well, what else can I say that top that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I thought came to my mind where it says we try to achieve goals that white people get to, mm-hmm. right? But they say why not what Jewish people goal? They have a community. Yeah. Why are we trying to gain like a community? Because you can tell me if you agree with this or not. Do you believe that black people have a community?
Now we do.
Do you really think that there's a community, a unity amongst black people?
Yeah, millennials, our generation, if you go through YouTube and Instagram, and this is what I'm seeing.
I guess I'm more putting it compared to how the connection with the Jewish people are. They support in business, they support in life.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, yeah. Mm-hmm. With our generation, mm-hmm. because we breaking that mold. Yeah. And I'm seeing a lot more black businesses that's coming together to do, like I have one, I'm going to share it to you later, personally, but you had 2 business guys come together to black guys. Mm-hmm. They bought a 40-acre land, mm-hmm. here in America, to educate black people on farming. Mm. These 2 business black guys, they came together, and they not no just petty. No, they actually making money, mm-hmm. and came together. Both sides said, "Hey man, let's unify and just make something that's greater than us, and come together." That's just number one. Yeah. And you have regular people. I don't know, y'all probably seen on Instagram. It was, I think, 15 families came together and bought a city in Georgia. The whole city, black, millennials. And this is what I'm saying. The shifting of our generation, mm-hmm. is shifting slowly, because we starting to break that mold with millennials. We starting to break that mold of we can't do what our forefathers did, in our previous generation, because we trying to break and make something better. Because now, if you go on the internet right now, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, they all promoting entrepreneurship, right? Mm-hmm. I know we went all the way off rail from the cover, but
I mean, in essence, it does play together, because the thing is, we do not connect with people in growing businesses because we're judging based on the cover.
And fear.
You know?
Fear.
And fear.
And fear.
You know, so that's why we have to as we said, is we have to go into the pages and we have to get to know people on a deeper level. Because when you do get to know people, then there's a connection made, and then that person might say, "Man, you know, my dream is to buy a city." You're like, "Oh, my dream is to buy a city too." It's like, okay, how much? Let's buy the city together. So it still makes a connection to what we're talking about. Watching the covers
and watching the cover, because we breaking that stereotype for the black generation, because millennials, we breaking molds that haven't been broken in a while, like, you know, the Black Wall Street here in America. It was a few more other Black Wall Streets that haven't been mentioned. That we heard about, there's a few of them. We probably will mention later when we talk about financing and really breaking that generational curse with finance. We'll bring somebody in that has more knowledge in finance and has the expertise later on, but we starting to break that mold. We starting to even talk about it to the point some people are executing. You got the people like us, like the millennials. We got the ones that like, man, I really want to do this, but how do I do this? And you got the ones that already established and breaking molds and executing. So
Talk is cheap, guys. It's time for action.
Listen, my wife used to tell me that all the time. I'm like, baby, I got this dream, that dream, this dream. And I say, look at what this person doing. Look at what this person doing. She said, this is what she said that really said, you know what? I'm finna stop talking about it, really trying to get on. She said, just like this, she said, I'm tired of getting expired. When we gonna do something? I said, well, I ain't showing you no more. I said, I'm not showing you anymore. But that really shifted my mind to really. This is why
I respect about her. She holds you accountable, man.
Man, listen. I made a post, a woman crush Wednesday. I say she will tell me things and never sugarcoat it and tell it straight like it is, and that will make me look at myself the way I wouldn't even look at myself, in a different way, to understand. Do you hear what you're saying? Listen to what you're saying. Repeat that. I'm like, why you always let me repeat that? I know what you're trying to do. but the thing is a shifting that's going on, and I can feel it with the stereotypical things that been not only with Black people, Spanish, everybody in different cultures, that we starting to sense a different unity than I think the previous generation, even with the whole racism thing and all of that. I think is a mold that has been broken, is a thing that has been broken, because 10 years, 20 years, when we get older, I think it's going to be a totally different, we're going to be like, what in the world? You're going to see so much mixture of people coming together to just like, you know what? Of course, you're going to have the people that are going to be secluded. That's just going to always be that. But it's going to be a different shifting, that we are coming here to really stay in this earth and make better of this earth, because we don't have much time to really be doing all of this other stuff. So we have to create something to leave for our next generation down the line.
So we wrapping up.
Episode 2. Episode 2.
No, part 2, man. Part 2.
Part 2, episode 2.
So, like, I just really want you guys to, just like and subscribe and share with others, and give us your feedbacks on different topics that we speak on. We want people to start focusing on getting to know the heart of people, situations, and things, and not just looking on the cover of things. We talk about George's friend and the situation with that, but it's things in general in life. When you're going into a business, don't just look on what the business can provide for you. Look deeper. What are their standards? What do they believe in? What qualities do they really stand on? When it comes to like news. I think you were mentioning news before. Is it's like, the information that they're giving to you, are you going to take it based on the cover worth, or are you going to see like, is there a hidden agenda for what they're doing,
exactly.
right? And then treat things like a bony fish, as my pastor would say. You know, you eat the meat and you spit out the bones. You have to learn to filter through things in life and not just take things at face value. So, I mean, my final point is, you know, look deeper, ask the questions why. That way you are looking beyond the covers. You got anything?
My final point to say to really dig into the covers is go in with an open mind and don't come in with a judgment already preset about what you see and what you think, because everybody's world is different. Me and Mike, we're in the same room. My world is different. His world is different. We might have the same belief in faith. Even that would be probably different if we have more conversation. You know, if we read the same, it might be. But we have to go into it with a clean slate. And I know we could go back, and we're going to talk about that in later episodes. There's trauma that really happened back then, meaning something might happen where a particular race did something to your family and vice versa. And that's that whole forgiveness. That's a whole nother topic that we will go on as men.
Grace and forgiveness.
To really, in order for us to really progress, we have to really be open-minded and really not judge. I like to do it say it like this. This is this thing called the fruit of the spirit. I like to always base off of. Every time I approach a person, I always judge them by their fruit. I just want to leave it at the fruit of the spirit. I'm not going to go into it, but I always want to understand what's their fruit. Now, if their fruit is rotten, I want to understand why they so rotten. Can I really get close to them to the point like, you know what? Do I want to take my time and really be this person frank? Because they need another seed that need to be planted to really help them grow and see something different. And it may be my season to do it. It may not be. But I want to go into that and just look at that fruit. Look inside the fruit and know the seeds in it. I want to understand the nutrition. Everything. Did everything come out of it? Meaning they had trauma. So the way they view everything that's why they view everything the way they do. Versus just going in and automatically prejudging because of the way they look or the way they sound or the way they do stuff. I don't know. That's my take. Try to break it down.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. This is MeTableTalk.
Yes.
So please like, subscribe, and share.
Please. Ladies, get away from here. Get away from the screen. I'm joking, ladies. I'm joking.
All right, guys. Be safe.
Take care.
Much love.
All right. Peace.